Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Colab Gem. Yeah, welcome to the Collab Gem.
Yeah.
Play that intro. Welcome to the Collab Gem. It's your boy, the Plan Beats.
And Darrell Banks.
Man, you've been more on point with a cue.
Yeah, I know.
We go back and forth with the improvements on this podcast. What's good, everybody? Another week of this. How was your week, man?
My week has been a week. It's been full of going out and having fun.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Went out the other day. Got away for a bit. Went out shopping. Woo!
Things opening up out there?
Oh, yeah. In this area.
Man, that's good to hear. They actually started opening things up here. You don't need like the digital certificate for the vax or tests. Like you would need to do like tests or have the certificate for basically everything. If you want to go to restaurants or anything. And now you basically don't need anything. You just need the mask.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, it is good. It's still like you still have to wear the mask, so that's still going around. But it's good to see things seem to go a bit more back to how it was before all of this craziness. So that's cool. Plus, spring is coming, so might give us a chance to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, bro. I'll be glad.
How's the weather been out there?
The weather's actually starting to get better. Today is nice, super nice. It's like in the 60s today.
Here it's been really nice too. It's really weird because winter's been super sunny and chill out here. Like usually we get a lot of crazy rain, very cold days and nights. But this year it's been very, very nice actually, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, you're lucky you don't have to deal with snow.
Oh no, we don't have snow. There's very few places in Portugal that actually get snow like on a regular.
Lucky bastards.
I've seen snow once in my life.
And that was on TV.
It was Home Alone. No, man, but I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that things are cool out there and the weather's nice. We've also been promoting. This is episode 4, but we've officially by now have had the chance of promoting the podcast. So we actually do have some listeners. I don't know how many, but if you've been supporting since episode 1, much love to you.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've already talked behind the scenes, but if not, feel free to shoot us a DM. Let us know what you think of the podcast so far. If you got any suggestions, those are always appreciated. And
yeah,
give us material to talk about.
Yeah, we definitely need that. We're running out of ideas already.
Yep, episode 4, we're going to be done by episode 5, so come through to the finale next week.
Yeah, this is a limited time series.
Exactly. No, but actually today, we were discussing maybe bring out some of our past experiences.
Yeah, artists in their fucking shenanigans. Well, not even artists, but people in general and their shenanigans and how to not go about networking and working with people in general. People really know how to burn bridges.
Bro, it's that very first contact says a lot about a person, right?
Yeah.
The way you just go about greeting someone, or not even greeting. Like most of the times when someone I never talked to reaches out to me, they either don't greet me at all, or it's one of those super automated messages of like, yo, this and that, blah, blah, like.
They sent it to 1,000 other people.
Yeah, I've actually got hit up with one of those messages and they forgot to change the name.
Oh, no, they had somebody else's name.
No, not even someone else's name. It had like the brackets and like producer name in close brackets. So I don't know if they even downloaded that template from somewhere or if they just made it and then they would...
Yeah, fill in the
What's good? Producer name? Bro, that was...
Come on.
It was disappointing but hilarious at the same time because that's when you're just like, yeah, I love when people are caught red-handed in that way.
I mean, if you're going to do something like that, do it good. Don't fuck up that bad.
Yeah.
At least be good at something, man. How can you fuck that up?
I mean, but on the other hand, if it's so fucked up to the point of where it's like extremely obvious, at least it gives someone something to talk about to that extent, because like I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, true.
So I mean,
yeah,
you
true.
stand out in that way, like. Yeah, but you had a weird experience a while back.
I have a lot of them. So which one?
Which one do you want to bring up?
I don't care. I mean,
I had one particular one in mind, but
yeah. I mean, let's start with yours because I feel like yours is
oh, you want to start with mine?
very interesting.
Mine is very interesting, but it's also very messed up.
Yeah, that's why I say interesting. I was trying to be nice.
Fair enough. Okay, so I think this was 3 or 4 years ago. I linked up with this rapper online. He was really dope. I really like diss tracks. And we talked about this in a previous podcast. When I find a dope rapper, whether or not they work with my beats or not, like I'll reach out and see if they want to work, or if I can just send them some beats and stuff like that. And this was one of those cases. And we actually got to chat and all of that, and we became somewhat cool with each other. So we came to the point of discussing this project, possibly a small EP or something like that. I don't remember exactly the details, but essentially I just sent him like a bunch of beats. I don't remember if I got to send him the actual contracts, but the idea was for me to basically send him like an unlimited lease for each of the beats, just to make like the legal end of it also straighten up. And it all went cool. I think he dropped one track first and it was all cool. And then a couple of months later, I knew that he was working on the tracks. He never sent me like a demo or anything, but I know he was working on the tracks. And all of a sudden he dropped a single with one of the beats. The track was dope. I liked what he did, but I was hit up with it like very out of the blue. Like I was just scrolling on Instagram. I don't remember if he tagged me or not, so I'm not going to say that he didn't. But I just remember going on Instagram and all of a sudden seeing that post, listening to it and be like, wait, this is my beat.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. So basically he just decided to drop the single, and I think it was like a spur of the moment for him. And that's all cool. Like I get it. Sometimes we just get down with tracks that we want to release in more of a random way. And I get that. But obviously being the producer, I want to help promote the track.
Right.
You know? So I had no issues at all. Like, again, I sent him the beats. The idea was for him to drop singles with them. So nothing was wrong in that manner. I saw the beat, I listened to it, I shared it around, and I hit up the dude on the DMs. I told him, yo, the track is fire. Really love the work you did. You could have told me first that you were gonna drop this to better promote it. Like I would help you put it out there and promote the track. And again, it wasn't in the way of like you needed to consult with me first before dropping it. Nothing like that. It was simply like, if it's a joint project, at least to some extent, let me help you promote the track.
Right.
He did not take it that way. What he heard was, if you're gonna drop a track with my beat, you gotta tell me first, because you're not gonna do it before telling me. I think this is what he heard. And it was a DM or, but he read my message and that's what he took from it.
You got big mad.
Bro, I reread my message like 5 times to see if the way I explained myself could have been interpreted in a different way. No, something went wrong out there. He got pissed right off the bat. He went on a fucking tangent about, I don't have to justify myself for anyone. If I want to drop a track, I'll drop a track whenever I want. It doesn't matter if the beat is yours. I made the track, I'm going to drop it. I don't, Bro, if I had any issues with you dropping music with my beats, I wouldn't have gotten you the unlimited leases for them. I wouldn't have sent you the fucking stems for them.
Right.
I wouldn't have, and I offered this. He didn't come at me like, yo, give me free. No, I offered. So if I offered, that should tell you something, that I trust the vision, if you want to say, that I want you to work with them and let's drop a track. He got mad. He basically went on a tangent against me. Then he went on Twitter. He never tagged me, so he never actually told people that I was the person who pissed him off. And just saying these people think that they can boss me around. I'm my own man. I'm going to do whatever I want. If I want to drop work whenever he just Went crazy on me on the DMs, went crazy on me on the Twitter.
He went off the deep end.
And in the end, he unfollowed me, obviously. I think he even blocked me at some point. And then he just told me, don't you even worry about your other tracks. I'm not going to use anything of yours. I don't use the work of people I don't respect. It completely went like out there.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden I was this piece of garbage to him that he didn't respect and that he just didn't want anything associated with. And he said, I'm going to keep this track up, but I won't use any of the other ones. Don't you even sweat it.
That makes no sense. Like, if you really have that upset, I wouldn't even I would take it down. Like, I wouldn't even want nothing to do with you if I really felt some type of way.
Right? Bro, I mean, at that point, I didn't even care if you decided to use the beats. I was like, you're goddamn insane. To me, he was still going to use them. Like, I don't think he actually did use them. Kudos to him for keeping his word. But I do agree with you. Like, if you're that pissed off about this situation, which you created on your own, I was just trying to promote the track. That's all I wanted, ultimately. If you think I'm disrespecting you, I wouldn't want to keep a track up like that.
Yeah.
And he went on to promote it for a few days. And yeah, it's still up. It's still on Spotify and such. And I never took any type of action against it because, again, I gave him the beat of free will. But either way, this whole situation was 100% created by him. I know I even shared with you some of the screenshots of the DMs. Like, you came down to the same conclusion that nothing there made much sense. I'm not going to say his name. I never said his name publicly to anyone.
His name is beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, Bozo the Clown, that's what I also had a lot of different weird experience throughout the years with producers, artists, other clients, but that was probably one of the weirdest, most irritating ones because it was 100% created by the other person. Like, it was so uncalled for.
Yeah. And I think that ties to a lack of knowing how to fucking communicate with people. Like, if he did feel that way, there's better ways to, talk it out than to just jump off the deep end. Ask a question, see where you're coming from. So then he can then if you came as like, yeah, this is how I feel about it, you got to let me know before you drop the shit. Then he could go on his tirade. He has some type of right to. I get that. But communication is key, man. And a lot of people don't know how to communicate.
100%.
I want to say, I think that maybe what kind of threw him for a loop too is how many producers really want to know when somebody drops something and cares enough to want to promote it. And I mean, you already showed those intentions by giving them the beats first off. But a lot of producers, I just got to be honest, really don't even take that initiative to want to be that active with an artist.
Maybe that was it. From what I recall, he basically worked with one other producer friend of his. I don't know what other type of experience he might have had with other producers. But what you're saying is also valid. Like, I'm not going to say all producers. I know a close circle of producer friends of mine do take some initiative in actually reaching out to artists and try to build a connection to an extent of actually work with them on the long run. But yeah, I guess it's the whole thing of sending beats and then actually staying in touch to see what's going on with the track. Because I will send beats to rappers that I like, and I want to hear the result. And not only that, I want to be a part of the process.
Yeah.
Because if I'm sending you a beat that's on my YouTube and it wasn't purchased by anyone, so ultimately it's there for the taking, I might send you the beat as is, but I want to hear the track before it's out to see what I could improve on my end, on the beat, to make it fit the track that you made a lot better. Because ultimately that'll result in a more custom track and it'll be more personal, rather than feeling like someone got this beat and they just laid around with it. And that's valid. A lot of people can build an amazing track to a pre-built beat, but I want to try to get that full experience on. And whenever I work with any type of artists, I'm always trying to stay on top of them, not controlling or trying to be the master of the whole track, because that's not my point. Just so that I can do as much as I can for the track to be the best possible result. Because ultimately, we're creatives and we want our end product to be the best possible, right?
Right. And unfortunately, I don't think a lot of other people think that way. But I mean, that's really one of the best ways to be about it, is to have that hands-on, that wanting to be a part of the process, especially when you're working with somebody directly.
Yeah, exactly. There are so many producers who get placements and they won't even know about the placement until the day the track comes out.
Yeah, true.
And that's cool. I mean, if Logic would buy a beat from me and drop an album, by the way, Logic, if you want to buy no, but if Logic would have bought a beat from me and then dropped an album and I would listen to the album and my beat was on there, I would go bananas.
Yeah.
But obviously, I would love more to be a part of it from the start. I mean, I'm a very small producer, and at least from the industry point of view, and Logic is who he is. But still, I feel like if you like my beat to the point where you want to use it, I can definitely improve upon it, getting your perspective on what you want to do with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I feel like whenever I work on a beat and then I send it out for someone to collab with, like whenever we work on a track, I know the beat is going to be 10 times better than if it were just my beat. Simply because you're getting different perspectives on the track.
Facts.
Facts.
Big facts. Hell yes.
Yeah, hell yeah. And that's where our repeat dropped. No, but that's what it is. So I feel like artists and producers want so much to work together and network and like be able to collaborate together, but then they set out these weird boundaries, maybe unconsciously, and maybe like there's so much going on with so many people that you can't fully trust anyone like right away, that you build these walls before you actually like feel comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
But people have to like ease more into it. Understand who you're talking to, understand the boundaries that you both have and who's cool with what, and build from there. But like definitely what you said about communication, that's key. Because that whole situation could have been like, it wouldn't even gone off if he had asked me like, what do you mean by that? That simple ask question would have been more than
simple
enough.
as that. It doesn't even have to be anything crazy.
But no, he read my message, he interpreted it however he did, and it blew out of proportion.
Yeah, totally. You made an assumption, and you know what happens when you make an assumption? You make yourself an ass.
Yep. But I try to see it like glass half full, because if that's how he took that and that's how he reacted to that misunderstanding, it's better that it went that way at that time than like later on with more projects. And yeah, so.
Hell yeah, I was going to say that. He showed his hand. He showed his true colors. So you got to know what type of person he was and cut that relationship off before it proceeded any further. And then shit would have probably been even worse.
And he was always very cool with me. Like I never had any type of red flags with him. We even got on video calls and all that.
Oh shit.
I know that sometimes we're like dealing with our personal things and we try to disconnect them from everything else and everyone else because nobody has to take shit from you because you're having a bad day. But it does become hard. But if you're in a professional sphere, then you definitely got to leave your crap at the door.
Yeah, for sure. Motherfuckers don't know how to put on their professional hat. Like you have to have one to some degree.
Can't even put their professional socks, bro. They out there flip-flopping their ass.
Yeah. And you brought up a point about boundaries. And that kind of ties into the stuff that I've been dealing with. And I'm not going to say nobody's name because it's not just one person. It's multiple people who do this type of stuff of hitting you up, not telling you what their intentions are. They're just like, let's work, bro. I got other things going on. You're not my biggest priority. And all you're doing is saying, let's work.
The let's work.
Bruh. What does that mean? It means nothing. So if I don't respond, I got other things going on. You're not my biggest priority. But then people won't respect your time and then feel like they have to go the extra mile to hit you up on a different social media platform with a similar message, not saying anything more, the same thing. I'm going to email
Let's put in the work.
Right. You just said, let's put in the work. So you're going to email me. You're going to hit me up on Facebook. You're going to hit me up on here, until I respond to you. Like, dude, have some type of respect for my time and my life.
Yeah.
Especially, it wouldn't be so much a problem if you came off correct. Just leave a message and tell me your intentions, and I will get back to you. I have other things going on. But you can't just wait for a couple days and you're just going to press somebody until you get the attention you want. I can't stand that. Like, you have to learn to respect people's boundaries. That's just crossing the line.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if people just assume that, oh, he's doing this professionally or he has social media, so he has to be on. But what's most frustrating to me is that whenever that happens to me, they'll want to reply like ASAP. I've had those types of cases too. I don't think they ever like actually went all the way to other social media. Like they just spam me that one and got me with like question marks, like hours after.
Right, yeah.
But then you reply and they ghost. They don't reply back. Or if they do, they'll do it like way later than you did.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's some type of like payback. Oh, you made me wait, so now I'm gonna...
Right, so I'm gonna do the same thing to you, tit for tat type of thing.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I don't get that.
And I will say about this, like, even though I've had those people do that to me, I don't feel any malice or anger, but I do feel like people just have to learn to not go overboard, because that will turn certain people off. See, me, I'm willing to work past that.
Yep.
Like if I can get to it and it's actually going to be something fruitful between us, then I'll get past that. But still, you should never, please don't ever do that. Just blow. That's like with a female or somebody that you're trying to talk to. You're going to blow them up on everything just to get a response. If they don't reply to you right away. So they didn't reply to my text, so I'm going to email them. Then I'm going to go stalk them on Facebook. Then I'm going to go to their Instagram and email them there. Like, bro.
Send them a letter.
Yeah.
Text them. Pigeon couriers and stuff like that. Everything.
That's when I had to call the cops.
No, but I do agree with you, and I also understand that you don't get pissed off or see like what you just said, like actually get enraged about the whole situation, because we've had to deal with this for so many years that we sort of create this shell of like what to expect. So be open-minded enough to, if they want to work, like let's set the things straight and all that. But if they don't want to work, we're already so accustomed or so used to it being like the case, that it's just like. Another one.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's my take on it. I try not to be super cold about it whenever random people hit me up about beats or collabs. But most of the time, I always have that thought in the back of my mind of, are you going to be one of the real ones, or is just like you're going to test the waters and then bounce?
Mm-hmm. That shit is always kind of sketchy to me when people approach like that, because you don't know where it's going to lead to.
And it's usually about getting beats for free, basically. Like, let's collab. Every producer has been hit up with this one. Let's collab. Send me beats and like we'll work off of royalties and all that. Which, like, the obvious comeback is royalties are always part of the conversation. The part that isn't is you paying me up front. I don't know you from Adam. Why am I going to send you a beat? Because even when I want to send beats to artists that I find, I'm the one taking that initiative. So they're not coming at me looking for a freebie. I find them on YouTube or SoundCloud or Spotify. I like their stuff. I look them up on Instagram and I hit up their DMs. And I tell them, yo, I'm going to send you a couple of beats if you like. I might send them a coupon. Like, if you want to get more beats, I'll also give you a discount. But I want to send you a couple of beats. But if you're an artist and you're hitting me up expecting freebies, even if I like your music, I'm already clenching. Like, I don't know. I might lose that type of appeal to you because you came at me looking for free stuff when you don't know me from anywhere. One of the artists I work with or have had tracks out with, which is Dank Zavala, shout out Dank. He hit me up. Actually, no, he bought a beat from me, actually a collab with Pain. And I ended up listening to the track that he put out. Because he tagged me, because he's one of the dope artists who tags the producers. Credit your producers.
Yeah, shout out Dank, man. He's dope as hell. And he's a cool dude.
Dank
like,
is fire.
The way he conducts himself and carries himself, amazing dude.
Dude is 100% legit. But yeah, he bought the beat. He tagged me and Pain, I think. He did the whole 9 yards. He got on distro, he added me and Pain for the royalty split. He did the whole thing. I listened to the track and I was like, damn, this is fire.
Yeah.
I went to listen to the whole catalog of his, complete fire. And I went to him and I told him, yo, I heard the beat. Let me send you a couple of beats. And if you still want to buy them, here's a coupon. Bro, to this day, I still send him beats for us to work on with, and he still wants to pay for the beats. And he doesn't buy all of them because I insist on actually giving him some of the beats, but he actually still like goes and tries to buy them or actually buys them. So I'm not expecting him to buy up front every single time, because if I really fuck with what he's doing and what he's doing on my tracks, I'm out to build a catalog and create great music and just build a connection there. Bro, to me, that's enough incentive.
Oh, yeah. He went about it the right way. To me, that's a proper way to go and handle things.
And he's not the only one. Like Nikko Blanco is also one of the top dudes that I work with, and he's on the exact same level to me. Like amazing dude, very versatile with his bars and flows and all that. And he still keeps it 100%. Like he doesn't get bullshit in the middle of the conversation. Like he understands. He's open for the conversation. He's more than open to buy the beats. I still send him free beats, but he's more than open to buy the beats. To me, those are the types of artists I want to work with.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if you're booming mainstream, like making charts, or if you're underground and nobody's listening to you. If you have that type of professionalism, open-mindedness, and like actually try to give a listen to the person you're working with, bro, you're in with me. But I feel like it's tough to find those type of people.
It is. That's the truth, because a lot of people are on bullshit. But I did want to kind of cycle back around to approaching people for a quick second and just give my opinion on how to properly cold approach somebody. Well, not necessarily cold approach. I feel like cold approaching can work if you structure your shit to show your intentions up front and what you're trying to do. But I feel it's better, and you've done it. I've seen you do it, and I've done it. If there's somebody that you rock with, support their stuff first. Be in their comments. Interact with their posts. And these people are going to notice you. So then when you go into the DMs, then somebody's going to be like, oh, I already seen this dude. He's already commented on my post. He shared my stuff. He's talked to me. We've had some type of interaction. But just cold DM somebody and expect something is ridiculous.
I agree 100%. I mean, if I'm going to cold approach someone, it's not trying to get something out of it.
Right.
It's just showing my support. That's the most I'm going to do. But what you said actually, like, and that's a great example because it can inevitably bring out like a great unexpected result out of it, because what you just said is something that actually I do that like very frequently, show support to both my homies and like random people I find. But a few years back, I was showing love to this Portuguese rapper that I always loved his work, and I was buying his CD. And I guess that I think he saw my name and he had seen my name pop up on Instagram and such. Mm-hmm. And he ended up hitting me up. And to me, that was insane because he's very well known on the scene in Portugal. I wasn't trying at all. And I never thought that by me reaching out to buy a CD would end up how it did. But that's a great example, because just by showing your support, it could end up with you working with someone you always loved their work.
Right.
That's how it went with BeatStars. I ended up collabing, and now BeatStars is a homie.
Yeah.
But I followed him for years, was commenting and supporting him on YouTube. And one day I just put it out there like, yo, would you be down to collab? And he was down to collab.
So that's the proof right there. Like, that's the proof.
Yeah. So yeah, you just gotta be respectful, because at the end of the day, you're not interacting with possible prizes. You're interacting with people.
That's a good way to put it.
And if you want to work with someone, why are you gonna treat them like a way to win something? You know, if I'm a musician, I'm a creative. If I want to work with you, it's because I like your work and I want to create something that I'm gonna like love from it. Mm-hmm. It's not because I'm expecting to get a placement or whatever.
Yeah, they want to use people as tools to do the job that they want. Just be genuine. That's what it comes down to, being genuine. When you're truly genuine about something, you're good. And it's going to come across.
Yeah, be genuine and don't be a genuine dick. Especially.
No, please do that so that we'll know.
Yeah, I mean, if you are a dick, then be it up front, I guess. But try not to be a dick in general. Just be a good person for your society. in which we all live in.
I find it funny how that communicating and being genuine is lost online. Like it's a lost art amongst people. Like so many people are bad at just communicating simple things. Artists, producers, people online in general.
I don't know if it's because we're more in the producer atmosphere. I assume that this is a thing wherever area you're focused on. But I feel like there's this inherent competition between everyone, and they just have to get through it, and they get lost in how to actually make it to their goals. And so they just pile through whatever way possible. There's so misinformation online that it's easier for someone just starting up, like following the wrong tips. So where you and I followed Illmind, DJ Pain 1, BeatStars, tutorials and such,
Yeah.
that you can actually grow from it. But there's also these very bad producers, not just producers, but just people online giving out so much crappy information that it's easy to feel like if you send the same message to 1,000 different people, there's a chance of at least 10% of them hitting you back. But yeah, I mean, it's tough for us who've been in here for a while to get hit up with these types of spammy messages. But I know it's also hard to starting up and not knowing what to do.
That's true. But I feel like what you said earlier, we have kind of these figures now that have been around for a while, like Illmind, Pain 1, people like that. They're spreading good information. And it's becoming big. Like to me, there's really no excuse to be having that much bad information, bad habits that are like shit people used to do from 2008. We're in 2022.
No, 100%.
And all this information is available on how to conduct yourself, how to handle things, how to be a producer, how to be an artist, and just the general business aspect of it all. So now we have the best information now. Back when we started out, yeah, there was tons and tons of bad information. So to me now, there's really no excuse to still be trying to spam people and do all this dumb shit.
I don't know. I feel like it's probably people, because here's the thing. When you go, and it's true, we have more knowledge out there than ever. But it's not just the knowledge that you need. You need to actually put in the work. You need to actually implement what you're listening and learning and all that. And that might become a bit like overwhelming, because it is a lot to take in. And obviously, just because you know how to do it doesn't mean you're going to get results right away. And so if you want to get somewhere far, you're going to have to fight for it. I understand that people might get frustrated about listening to these advices, putting them to practice, and maybe in 2 months they don't see results. And instead of thinking, I mean, this is going to take a while, it's normal, like a lot of people have been here. No, they're going to think, it's been 2 months and I still haven't seen squat. So I'm going to do this that I just saw, which seems like a hack, and maybe it'll give me better results quickly.
I think you're absolutely right. There's so much good advice now. There really is no excuse to do dumb shit, but people want shortcuts.
You know who has a lot of great knowledge, actually?
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, our sponsor.
BeatStars.com.
We are sponsored by BeatStars once again. Thank you very much, BeatStars, for being such a constant sponsor to us. If you don't know what BeatStars is a digital music marketplace where musicians can basically buy beats, sell beats, not just beats, but music in general. So it's open for both producers and artists, rappers. And you can sell your beats, you can sell sound kits, you can sell services such as mixing and mastering services, you can sell your hooks if you want to make your vocals available for producers to use. You can sell basically all kinds of things music related, and actually even illustrations and design work. I know a lot of people are selling design through BeatStars. So you can get creative with what you can sell. BeatStars has been around for a good while. It's been the home for great placements and well-known placements such as Lil Nas X's Old Town Road, CJ's Whoopty, and Soulja Boy's She Make It Clap, and so many others. Yeah, so go check out BeatStars if you're starting up or if you've been in the music area for a while and you think it's time to make the leap, and get the first month off free from us with a coupon code Checkpoint. So go over to beatstars.com/sell-beats and use the coupon code checkpoint for 30 days off your first subscription, and you can cancel it before they charge your card. So you can cancel at any point, but I don't think you will want to cancel once you go in it, because BeatStars has been amazing, has been an amazing home for my beats, sound kits and such. I know it's also been the home for the Wherelse for years and years now, but following the route of misinformation or information that's actually provided that's good, BeatStars for the past couple of years has been adding a lot of useful content to the platforms, both on YouTube with their live shows where they have all types of guests. If you go to beatstars.live, you got a bunch of live shows. If you go to beatstars.world, there's so much information for you to take your music business to the next step. That's just insane. There's so much information that BeatStars alone provides for free. So you don't even have to be a member of BeatStars to make use of this information. There's really no excuse. Like you were saying, there's no excuse for people to be misinformed to this day.
So please go over to BeatStars and get the information you need. Don't be out here lacking and being misinformed and doing shit backwards.
And don't be frustrated. You're not going to get results immediately. It's going to take a while. And it's going to take consistency above all else.
Facts.
So don't be frustrated. And don't take that as, I've done what you suggested me to do and it's not bringing results, so you're giving me wrong information. No, it's going to take some time. So don't be that type of person, because ultimately it's going to end up hurting you and your business.
Man, that was beautifully said. You're like a poet.
Yeah, I mean...
You just agree so fast, like, yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'm amazing,
I'm
you know?
shit.
Like, I'm the shit. Nah. No, but it is true. Like when you got into the game initially, I assume, did you get these type of frustrations and stuff like that?
Of like not knowing how to do certain things, or
not knowing how to do it, or following advice from people online and not seeing the results as quickly as you thought maybe you would get them?
I can say no, because my mindset has never been, I've always been patient. I always knew what it was going to take to get where I had to go with the advice that I was seeing. So I never expected for things to happen too fast. I already knew that it's going to be a long game. So I never had frustrations with, oh, this is not working in the time that I wanted to work or anything like that. I just kept going with it because I knew eventually it will work. It's up to me to put in the time, the effort, the years to make it work. So me personally, no.
Are you self-aware?
Yeah.
I feel like this is also an issue with a lot of people, which is being self-aware of your own mistakes. Mm-hmm. Or where you're lacking, you know, because I know that I've been an online bedroom producer, whatever term you want to use, for 7 years almost. And in that time space, people have achieved great results where I didn't. But I'm very aware that the reason why I didn't get these types of results is solely on me. Yeah. So it's not because I got information from this, that, and those people, and it never worked, because whenever I did put into practice in a more consistent way, it did show results. Like a couple of years ago, I dropped my first EP and it did really well, like way more than I expected, because I actually followed the plan of it. And so when you put in the work, you'll see results. And I know that I lack in marketing. Like I don't have the patience for newsletters. And I'm not making excuses. Like I know that I don't get results because of my own self, because I don't put in enough work.
Preach.
But a lot of people don't get this. They think that they put in the work for 2 months, it didn't get the results, and so the blame is on the information.
Mm-hmm. We're both very self-aware. I completely understand where I'm going wrong on certain shit.
Yeah.
And what it will take to improve on those areas. And I do eventually want to improve on them. I just know right now, I'm like, there's certain things that I do need to work on. Social media, I'm fucking terrible at it. Instagram, I'm like Instagram illiterate. For real. That shit still is hard for me to wrap my mind around making videos on Instagram and the way.
It's hard enough for you to promote this.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't even promote the podcast.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But I'm going to do it. And I will say I'm glad of doing this podcast with you, man, because it's getting me out of my comfort zone to step into doing things that I need to change, because I am tired of being in that same stagnant box. I'm happy where I'm at. It's not bad, but I know it could be way better if I take another step to put myself out and put this out.
Do you feel like, I don't know if you want to consider it extra motivation or some type of underlying obligation of whenever you get into a project with someone to actually go the extra mile because someone else is involved?
Yeah, for sure. Because that always helps. And it depends on but it depends on who you're doing that project with. Like for you, like for doing this with you, yeah, it's giving me that motivation to step out because you have that same type of energy to push, and we're both, doing this together. So yeah.
Yeah, because just like you, like I have zero patience for Instagram. My Instagram's been stagnant for months, I guess.
But yours was way better than mine, that's for sure.
I mean, maybe I'm more consistent with it, but I don't know if that necessarily translates into being better. Because I think that on its own, it's very subjective.
Nah, you better.
Maybe.
Visuals and all that.
Okay. But yeah, I do hate like the whole social media thing. But for the podcast, since I know it's like, and I don't take it as an obligation. I do take it more as a motivation, but I do go that extra mile. So I end up putting way more work into this project than my own personal one. I'm very aware that it's because it's a joint project, and so it motivates me more because I'm not in this alone. But just like you said, if you're working with someone on a project and it sort of gets in a weird area, it might go from motivation to obligation, and you're just doing this because you don't want to mess up the other person,
Yeah. Yeah, both people got to show up.
Yeah.
And really want to do it.
And maybe that's the way, I didn't really think much about it, but maybe that's really the way of focusing up on areas where you're lacking,
Yeah, for sure. Collaborating in any aspect can always bring out the best in both people because you're no longer doing it by yourself.
Anything you wanna bring out before we wrap up this episode?
No, not really.
Any cool stuff you're working on?
Well, I don't know if I want to reveal it just yet.
Ooh,
spicy.
Wherelse got the sauce and he's keeping it.
Yeah, you don't even know.
Even I don't know? Damn. Oh, damn.
You don't even know, boy.
Damn, bro. I want to know.
Do you? Nah, you don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm a nosy bitch. I want to know.
No, all I'm doing is just working on the kit. Well, a couple of them, but this one it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope.
All of them are dope. Go check out the Wherelse kits. We don't use this podcast to promote ourselves in that way, but definitely go check out the Wherelse kits. Like, they're fire. They're great. They're a great bang for the buck. You're not going to be disappointed. And I'm not saying because it's him, because the hell with the real. We're really here under contractual obligation. But go check out his sound kits. They're fire. Which was the last one you put out? The Volt 3. I use the Volt 3 so much. The drums from the Volt are amazing.
Yeah, I gotta bring that back. People have been asking about it, or asking for like kits like that. So
the drums are insane. Super well mixed.
I try, man. I try. I just put a limiter on and slam the hell out of it. Turn it up super loud.
Turn it up. Add an RC20 and turn it up. 3 limiters.
Hell yeah. Sometimes I go to 6 just for that maximum volume.
3 ozone elements.
Duplicate.
God damn. The crunch on those drums. But yeah, I feel like that's pretty much all we got for this week. Let us know your thoughts on the conversation. We'll be on social media as usual. Follow the conversation on @Colab Gem on your favorite social media platform, be it Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also listen to this on YouTube if you aren't currently listening on YouTube, and all other streaming platforms. So show love to Colab Gem wherever you prefer. And we also got a Patreon if you want to support us. If you don't, that's cool. But if you do, it helps us out. Keep on doing this without going completely free. And yeah, it's been your host, The Plan Beats, and your host,
The Real Bikes.
It's better. And yeah, guess we'll catch you next week.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the flip-flop.
Yeah.
Peace, everybody.
Have a good one, everyone. Peace.